Imagine waking up one morning and finding out your SNAP benefits didn't load. Your rent is due, and your child's school lunch program might stop. It sounds terrifying, right? But even during a government shutdown, there are real ways to keep your family safe and supported. In this video, I'll show you exactly how to get food, pay essential bills, and stay afloat, even if your benefits stop coming. So grab a notepad, because these resources could make all the difference for you or someone you love. Let's start with the number one priority, food. Before panic sets in, take a breath and make a plan. Step 1. Visit 211.org. Type in your zip code to see every local pantry, meal site, and emergency food program near you. Step 2. Go to feedingamerica.org/find your local food bank. You'll see a national map of verified food banks, but reach out early. Demand spikes fast during shutdowns. Step 3. Try Lasagna Love. Yes, real neighbors cooking homemade lasagnas for families who need them. Sign up at lasagnalove.org. No questions asked. And don't forget to check Facebook for mutual aid groups in your area. Search mutual aid plus your city name. Many deliver groceries right to your door. What's the most creative way your community helps others during hard times? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Next, housing. Because no matter what happens, you need to keep a roof over your head. Start with communication. Call your landlord or mortgage company as soon as possible. Many are more flexible than you might think. Need extra help? Go to lowincomerelief.com/rent relief. It lists every rent assistance program by state. You can also dial 211 or visit help.org for housing and shelter options. And don't overlook local churches or community centers. They often have small emergency grants or benevolence funds. But apply early. Those funds go fast. If your bills are piling up, you're not alone. Most emergency grant programs pay the company you owe, not you directly. That's how you know they're legit. Call your utility company first. Explain what's happening. Many can delay payments or connect you with hardship funds. Then contact your local community action agency. They're often the gateway to short-term grants for housing, utilities, and essentials. And remember, local churches and nonprofits can sometimes help with critical bills too. But be careful. If someone promises instant cash or asks for a processing fee, that's a scam. Real aid never costs money. If you've got kids, there's good news. Most school meal programs continue even during a shutdown. Call your child's school office to confirm, or sign up for free or reduced price meals. Need diapers, formula, or clothes? Search for diaper banks in your area, or join your local Buy Nothing group on Facebook. It's also holiday help season, so check with churches and nonprofits for toy drives or food boxes. These programs can ease some of the burden while things get back on track. Healthcare doesn't stop, and neither should your self-care. Community health clinics usually stay open even in shutdowns. They offer medical, dental, and mental health care on a sliding scale. If you're on Medicare, you can call Chapter, a free service that helps you compare plans and find savings during open enrollment. And if you're feeling overwhelmed or anxious, please call 988. It's the Suicide and Crisis Lifeline. You can talk to someone right now, 24/7. Sadly, tough times attract scammers. If you get a text claiming your benefits are frozen or that you need to verify your card, don't click anything. Never share your social security number or bank info unless it's through a verified.gov site. You can report suspicious messages at ftc.gov/scams. Remember, no real aid program will ever ask for passwords, gift cards, or payment to unlock help. When this shutdown finally ends, take time to prepare for the next one. Keep a small list of trusted contacts, food banks, churches, your community center, and your local library. Stock up slowly on shelf-stable foods like rice, beans, and canned goods. They last a long time and can get you through future delays. Building small safety nets now can make you stronger later. You're not alone in this. There are real people and organizations ready to help. If you found this video helpful, please like, share, and subscribe. It helps us reach more families who need this information. Stay safe, stay hopeful, and I'll see you in the next video.